Welcome, YouTube pedal enthusiasts, to a very special, at least special for me, nothing else is special, I don't have a beard or anything, very special for me, edition of me talking about pedals that go because I've had this pedal for a while and it's a pleasure for me to bring you the second Milos Popovic, just because I like to say that name, Milos Popovic Custom FX MP Custom FX pedal. Now, if you've missed it, and you probably did because you're an idiot for missing it, there is a thing that actually says must see, and that is the, please get this in the camera, Leslie, that is the Germaniac. There's a video for the Germaniac on my channel, and this is actually the Germaniac Henning edition. The only thing that makes it Henning edition is that it says Henning on it. Okay, here's the deal. This guy spammed my channel with a couple of links to his videos on a couple of videos, and I just wrote him and said, hey, don't do that. If you got a pedal you want to show, send it to me and I show it. So it turns out this guy flies fighter jets in Serbia, and as a hobby he puts together pedals. But no, he doesn't go and actually, you know, buy the case and everything and then does the insides himself. He makes everything himself, from the printed top to the aluminum chassis, everything completely handmade and as DIY, as homemade as it can get. But I received the Germaniac, which is his whatever distortion overdrive thingy, and I played it, and it turned out to be the most flexible, best overdrive distortion I've heard ever. It's got two sides. It's got the TS side, which stands for Tube Screamer, even though it doesn't really sound like a Tube Screamer to me, and the Germaniac side, pretty much just a gain thing. Tube Screamer, you get from the bluesiest blues to AC/DC to everything low gain overdrive, and then you go to Germaniac and you've got the most screaming, singing lead, and in the same setting, just by playing differently, you get an amazing rhythm, even metal sound. This is the pedal, period. And Milos told me he sells this including shipping for €45, which is crazy. I hope he raised his prices. And apparently, since I did the video, many people, at least students of mine, many people, you know, ordered from him. And I see on his Facebook site, which you should go to somewhere down here, I hope I put this in, MP Custom FX, you can find it. I can see, because this is just a piece of tape which holds, it's very nicely done. You can't even see that it's tape, but it holds down something he prints. So you can actually design your own face, which is way cool. So what I told him, which would be nice, is if the switch for the gain setting was a foot switch. Now he redesigned his pedal a little bit. You can still get this, but you can also get it with 2-foot switches. One of the downsides is the cables in and out will be at the bottom. These are very small, very lightweight, so I'm pretty sure that is the only way he could possibly do it and still maintain the quality, which if it's on a pedal board, it's no big deal. If it's right in front of you, having the cables right in front might be a problem. This is what we're looking at today. We're looking at a pedal that has the second foot switch for the gain increase, but it has the cables in the front. You've seen pictures already in the slideshow. You've heard it. You've heard the track. I put a lot of work into that. What we're looking at is pretty much the Germaniac. Only difference is it's the Germanium edition. Not because I'm German and he put, you know, some German stuff in there. Germanium, well, if you know it, I didn't know it and I learned from you guys. So if you know anything better than I do, please post. Fuzzes have two different kinds of transistors. Silicone, or Silicium in German, or Germanium. Okay? And those are two different types of fuzz sounds. So he made the Germaniac with a germanium transistor, which is apparently NOS. What is NOS? NOS stands for New Old Stock, which means old crap from the war times or something, but that has never been used. So the tubes and transistors and little fiddly bits of electronics that I don't know anything about have been produced, and they've been sitting around for a long time, but there's still the old quality because they're brand spanking new, only that they're brand spanking old. And so it's rare to find, so you can't make a bunch of them. So if you can grab one from him, get it. I'm not the major mega fuzz guy, but this is a fuzz that still, you can still play chords with it. You definitely have fuzz character. You even have a little bit of that octave coming through when you have high gain. It's just brilliant. It's an amazing fuzz. If you want to listen to how a fuzz is being used in the most destructive but beautiful old school way, listen to Rival Sons. Get yourself some samples or just buy yourself a Rival Sons album. That's fuzzes in perfection. Okay, those guys know how to destroy a guitar sound beautifully. So we're looking at the MP Custom FX Germanium Germaniac. And in the next video, which I'll film right after this, we're looking at the deeper blue delay, a true analog delay with 600 milliseconds, which is right now in my chain. Let's get to the chain. For Milos, only the best, right? Right, let's see, only the best for Milos. I get no reaction out of this woman whatsoever. PRS Modern Eagle. So, that goes into the Germaniac. If you could please film over here. The Germaniac right here, Germanium edition, with beautifully super crass orange knobs. He switches up the knobs and stuff. I always end up with the, you know, weird ones. But he's got tons of different ones. You can probably custom order whatever you want. That's going into the deeper blue delay, which we'll look at later. That's going into the Sir Badger 18 over here. It's got a Big Sky from Strymon in the FX loop, which we probably don't need. That is going into the 112 from Sir. It's got a warehouse speaker, which is called a Veteran 30. And that's being mic'd with an SM57 and a T-Bone mic from Thomann. It's called the SCT 2000. It's a tube mic, and it's €199. That's crazy. Okay? Comes in a big case, comes with a power supply, everything included. It's very, very nice, and you'll hear it. So I'm speaking into the T-Bone RetroTube 2. RetroTube 2, very solid, very heavy, amazing, what's that called? Shock mount. They know how to get bargain prices for great gear. So they're going into the two power supplies over there. With switchable polar patterns, which is nice. And that's going into polar patterns, is that correct? Polarity? No. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Okay, and that's going into the 4710D from Universal Audio, going into the RME 5-Phase 800, and then going through Firewire into the computer 7.5 Cubase. So, that's pretty much all there is. Now let's look at this puppy. This is very simple. We got a on-off switch. We got a more gain switch. Germaniac and Tube Screamer, that's what he calls it. And then we got volume, tone, and Germaniac. Germaniac meaning just the gain. And the special thing on these things that you have to know is usually on a tone control, I would go noon, 12 o'clock, and start from there. Not on these. Pretty much start from 0, and it's just adding high end. You can't ever really roll off the high end and make it less bright. You can only add brightness. It's just how Milos does it, and it's not a bad way. You just have to know that roughly keep it at, 9 o'clock, maybe 10. Noon is a little bit much, but we're gonna look at it. So, oh, I have to say this, I'm sorry. If you want to buy these mics or anything that you see under my videos, please use my links, because I get some shit from Thomann. I get some points and, can buy crack. Or, I don't know, maybe I get like Korean prostitutes sent over. Who knows? No. Seriously, I went to Thomann, super nice people, no Korean prostitutes. But I just get rewards points or something. So I'm gonna put the links for the mics underneath. 199, 199, killer. So here's my clean sound. Front pickup 5708. Is it 5708? Yep. And on single coil right now. I'm gonna start on very low gain. Immediately a tiny fuzziness in there, and it's definitely a bitey pedal. Let's go humbucker in the back and see how classic rock we can get this, because I think this is great for that. A little bit more volume I want. Immediately sounds a little bit broken. Killer! Fuzziness went away a little bit with a gain increase. Did you hear that? Slightly less fuzzy. It's just fun to play. It's a lot of fun. The note hits, is fuzzy, and then turns over into the high harmonic. Gonna crank up the gain to 3 o'clock. Listen to those thirds, even that low still being there. Hell yeah! Now it gets crazy. Well, actually, at that setting, without the Germaniac engaged, we'll check out the tone. I'm gonna go in the front. How fat does that sound? Come the fuck on! gets fuzzy, and it also takes away the low end. Important. Not a bad alternative. Fuzzier and less lowy, less low endy. Both pretty damn awesome. With delay now, the deeper blue delay from Milos Popovic Custom FX. But we all want to know what happens when that blue light comes on. Don't we, Leslie? No reaction. One day I'll get her to say something. Like an Octave Fuzz thing, but it's so much destructive fun! pillowy kind of, you got like, you know, when you're sick and you got like that white stuff on your tongue, it's all like, and you don't feel well, and belegte Zunge. You got, you know, you the pillowy kind of like, you know, the fuzzy stuff on your tongue. That's that in music. But in good, you know, the good kind of sick. For someone who's not a big fan of fuzzes, I'm a big fan of the fuzz. Lovely assistant Leslie, does it say that there's 2 tracks for this? Okay, I didn't know that. Been playing my ass off for you. And I've even prepared another track. So, you want to hear this in a blues setting? You know, not the noodling shit that I've been doing now because I've just had a lot of fun, forgot that the cameras were on. Here is a blues track coming right now for you. Now, was that fun or was that fun? You know, I don't care how long this shit is. This shit's good, and if you want one, order it, and it's my job to show you everything about it, which I'm doing. So, what else? Yeah, as a special bonus, underneath is a link to the blues track you've heard, just as a backing track. So you buy this thing, and then you play on that backing track with your germanium Germaniac, and you have a lot of fun with the Germanium Germaniac. Holy crap. I love that guy. He's not my type. I mean, like, different kind of guy. No. I mean, but I would have his baby. I really would. So, yeah. Bye-bye.